What's good, YouTube? Back again with another one. You got your boy Chili and your boy Corv. Sports
We
Talk
in the
with Q.
crib.
Back again. And we're a few days late, but it is what it is. Y'all know with all the editing and everything we gotta do,
Hey
the
man.
video's gonna come when they come. If there's something that happened and y'all wanna hear what we gotta say about it, just know it's coming. Whether it's a day or two late, it's gonna come. But today we're
Well,
gonna
we
talk about.
always.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Nah, you
My
good,
bad. I
bro.
didn't mean to cut you off. But we always just try to get the videos out before the next Miami Heat game,
For the
and
most
as long
part.
as we're able to do that, we good. So they don't start playing until 7 o'clock. So hopefully this video is uploaded by 7 o'clock.
Hopefully. But we're gonna touch up on the Lakers versus the Heat game, but we want to focus the
Hmm.
focus on the Lakers and their
Right.
struggles and what they got going on over there. Type shit.
Okay. Okay.
After the last video, I was very upset with the Miami Heat
Very, very upset. Deservingly so,
to the point
because we
where
did not
I
perform.
I gave up on a team to almost to a point. Like, and imagine going to have to play the Lakers. You would think it would be a bad thing for us. I didn't have. I probably had some hope because I know the Lakers ain't that good. But beating them by 41 points, that
It's
was
crazy.
I didn't imagine that. I didn't see that in the future.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about the game was you were higher on the Lakers than I was, initially going into the game because I thought the Lakers would have been a little better than that. But I did not see us beating them niggas by 41.
Not by 41.
But we did start the game off a little
Like
slow too, though.
the Lakers versus the Hawks game last night. You see
Right.
how close that was? That could have been us because I mean, like I said after the last video, I'm looking at us like we ass.
Yeah.
So if the Lakers is ass too, I'm thinking close game. So
Fair enough.
41 points. How we feel about that?
Damn.
Do we
Nah, I feel
feel
good about
do
that.
because like how do you feel about it? Do you feel like I with a little bit of hope and a little bit of like this team could actually go somewhere? How do you
Okay.
feel about it?
What the 41-point game tells me about the Miami Heat is that we have potential there. But, being a Heat fan for so long, Miami always does this to us, bro. When we're on the brink of saying, fuck this team, I'm done with this shit, I'm over it, they figure out a way to reel us back in, okay? Hopefully, this is not one of those situations where Miami just had a great game and then they go back to doing the same shit that we hated, out of the team doing, you know what I mean? But
Right.
for the most part, I think that this shows that the team has some sort of potential. You know what I'm saying? And if we were to strike a crazy ass trade, maybe we could bring the team to contendership. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in
That's
that
kind of
in
what I
that game, we was the first three. Like we was the first team in NBA history to do all three. Like get 50 rebounds, 40 assists,
okay.
and
Like 24
outscore.
threes.
No, we outscored the opponent by 55 points from the three.
Sheesh.
So,
And
and we was the first team in history to do all three: 50 rebounds, 40 assists, 55 points from the three pointer. So that it was a historic game for us. Well,
it's still
I'm not gonna say for us, for us,
Tyler,
but for Tyler Hero,
Tyler Hero, man. Tyler Hero.
because
Yeah.
that was the Tyler Hero game.
That was the Tyler Hero game for sure. And we actually won
Because
by
normally
41 points.
when
Well,
Tyler goes off, we lose.
yeah,
But Jimmy,
normally when he go off on his own.
yeah, but Jimmy was there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not gonna say he played amazing because what he had like 18.
He didn't play amazing, but I
But
loved his game.
but
I
he
loved
he,
his
he was
game.
he was facilitating
Loved
and
it.
he was doing what he had to do. Bam played all right. He held Anthony Davis to low numbers.
Well, even though Bam didn't score a lot of points, I really, really liked his game. Last game. Because he played really, really good defense on Davis. Because if you look at Miami Heat, besides Bam, who the fuck was we thinking that was going to guard that nigga Anthony Davis that
No
night?
shit.
Bam did an exceptional job.
So is Tyler Hero an All-Star?
Tyler Hero, he's playing like an
You think?
all-star.
But do you think he'll get the All-Star vote this year?
Well, looking around the league right now, and I'm looking at all the injuries and everything that's going on, I would say that he has a pretty good chance of being an all-star this year for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that we need to make a trade in order to help elevate the team. And once we make a trade, I feel like that'll elevate Tyler Hero's game a little more, depending on who we get.
Word.
Depending on who we get. But yeah, for sure. But right now, the way that Tyler Hero has been playing, I would give him an all-star nod this year.
Yeah, I think he should get the All-Star nod too because he has 4 games with 30 plus points this season, and I don't think no other players really done that yet. Probably maybe like 1 or 2, but
Yeah,
I don't think no other guards had like 30 plus games crazy like that yet.
and I think that Tyler Hero was due for a season like this. Dating back to his rookie year, like in his early years of being a Miami Heat player, he's won Sixth Man of the Year. He's won Most Improved Player of the Year. So I think the only thing for him now to do is to become an all-star. I think it's just telling. But I'm really liking the growth from Tyler Hero, man. His game, his overall game, not just the shooting,
His
but what he's able
overall
to do on
game,
defense too.
what he's able to do on defense, how he's getting to the basket instead of shooting threes all the time, even though he can shoot threes all the time. Now I'm not mad at the shot chucking. He can keep that up
Oh,
because
nah, he's going to keep doing that now. Yeah.
like whenever I'm on Prize Picks, then this ain't an ad until them niggas give me some money. But when they have the over on Tyler Hero to shoot 10 plus threes, I'm like, I'm taking that, bro.
Taking that, bro.
He's gonna
Got
shoot
to.
10. He's shooting 10 plus threes a game.
And for the longest, right? There was a debate whether or not Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson was a better shooter. Okay? That's been a debate. There's no debate no more, bro.
All right,
Tyler Hero
so
is the clear
I,
cut best shooter on this team. Clear cut best.
yes and no in a sense because
What you mean?
Duncan Robinson might be the better 3-point shooter, but he can't create his shot, right? Like I feel
I
like
feel like
go
but
ahead.
I feel like you gotta factor that into to being able to shoot.
Yeah, so that's where Duncan Robinson falls out of the conversation because in a sense he can't dribble nowhere near Tyler. He can't Tyler Hero, who ankle did he break the other day?
2-5 boys. Bread over beef, nigga.
If a nigga want smoke,
His ability to create his shot, get open, he's shooting
All that.
he's shooting from the logo right now. That was not a small task. We're talking about LeBron James and AD on the other end, nigga. The game against the Hawks, each of these niggas damn near scored 40 points.
Exactly my point. And coming off a bad loss from at Boston, not long after that, not long before that game. So there was a lot of you could have just threw in the towel. You didn't have to really show up that game, but Tyler did though. He really did.
Let's
And
shift the focus to the Lakers.
okay.
Who do you like? I know everybody's been blaming coaching. Like,
Coaching is a problem.
who do we blame for because if I'm not mistaken, the Lakers have the same record they had with Darvin Ham.
Uh-huh.
That they have that right now.
Yeah.
So is it a coaching problem or is it a roster problem?
I'm gonna tell you what. The reason why the Lakers are a clown show and a circus like they are right now this year, it all starts from up top. Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and them guys allowing LeBron to be able to become a dictator in the organization, making moves. Now nobody wants to play with LeBron. You know, every time they acquire new pieces to put on the team, they never really reach their full potential because LeBron is on the team. They drafted Bronny James in the offseason. So it's like they're more so of a headline type of it's like a reality TV show over there. Okay? Nothing serious going on. LeBron is hiring his buddies, JJ Redick, getting a coaching job off of a podcast conversation that he had with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of different factors, but I just think the ownership allowing LeBron to have as much power as he does in the organization when he hasn't really accomplished anything.
GM.
Le GM, right? When he has never really accomplished anything outside of that fucking bubble championship that he really shouldn't have won.
It
And it's
definitely
just
stems from
trickling
up
down
top.
to the roster, and it's trickling down to the head coach, because I don't think JJ Redick should have really got the job, but a lot of people are saying that he knows basketball. So we just have to wait and see.
It's definitely not coaching. It's not. I don't think it's the roster because they have good players.
Uh-huh.
I agree. It's up top. It's the narrative. It's like when I was watching. Like I believe the reason the Lakers lost so bad to us was because they were catering to LeBron James. LeBron
Right.
came off of a bad game to the point
Mhm.
the betting apps had him not scoring over 20 points.
Yeah. But the crazy,
LeBron making sure he scored. I think he scored like 20 something.
yeah.
He was only focused on he was focused on LeBron James winning.
Yeah, because the conversation leading up to that game was, because LeBron hasn't had, leading up to that game against us, and I still don't really count his big game really, but the conversation was, is Father Time catching up to LeBron James? And that's still a topic of discussion right now as we speak, because leading up to that game against us, he hadn't scored 20 points in like 3-4 games.
So he's like, in his head, he's like, I'm finna go off against Miami.
Well, he had something to prove that night, but at the same time, nobody else was really sharing the rock.
Nobody got going.
Nobody else could get going. Because when LeBron starts dominating the ball and starts holding the ball, everybody else around him starts to fizzle out as teammates. They become they have to all they can really do is just stand in the corner and hope LeBron dishes them the ball when he's driving to the paint if they collapse on him.
And then another thing I will say is, unlike Darvin Ham, because Darvin Ham, even though I'm saying right now it's not really a coaching issue, but
Right.
Darvin Ham did suck. Like
Ass.
the nigga didn't draw up plays and all that good shit. He ain't do none of that for them. The niggas was drawing up their own plays last year.
And you think that's what JJ Redick is doing on the Lakers?
JJ Redick, I'm sure he's actually running plays and sets and shit. But
Okay.
unlike Ham have been doing, that's probably why they had some success, but it's probably not working because I don't know. I just don't see, like, I see JJ Redick as a player still. Like, I feel like I can't take him serious as a head coach. He was going up against Eric Spo. Any play or set JJ is thinking about running,
Eric knows it.
You seen all the steals he was getting?
He knows what you're doing.
That's how I know the nigga JJ was probably running plays and sets and they wasn't working against Eric Spoelstra type shit.
Okay, I have another question for you now that you just brought that up. Okay, if Eric Spoelstra is able to outsmart and out-trick JJ Redick like that, how come he got out-coached by Joe Mazzulla?
Who?
Eric Spoelstra.
Bro, I don't know if I told you this. The Celtics, they figured out the trick is shooting threes. Everybody on their team can do it. If you have players, if you can adopt the ability to just shoot threes, like fuck it. When you have an 8-man roster that can dead ass shoot threes from the 1 to the 5, and that's all they do. And then once you can build up even when you got your players coming in off the bench, them niggas can shoot threes.
But you would think, though.
So the way Spo, like, Mazzulla's not out coaching Spo. He's coaching his players, yes, but his players are also just willingly shooting threes. That's how I see it.
Hold
on. Before you say
what
you said,
go ahead. You go. Go ahead.
If you pay attention when we play them, that's what Eric is trying to do to keep up. He's like, fuck it, shoot threes. He's trying to get some threes in the mix mostly now. Even now when we play, I think the reason that we shoot so much threes is to prepare for a team like Boston, because we have to get our threes falling if we're going to beat a team like Boston.
Right.
You're not going to, because three-pointers win games, bro, low-key nowadays, bro. You're getting that extra point. Yeah, you could try to beat them with the twos and all that, but you got to have a consistent offense.
I get what you're saying, but the only reason why I brought up the fact that Spo got out coached or whatever is because in the past, being a Miami Heat fan, I've been able to see him do less with more.
Right.
No, more with less. I'm sorry, more with less.
More with less.
especially in the playoff run when Jimmy was going crazy in that year and all that. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, we know that the Boston Celtics like to shoot threes and all that, but the Boston Celtics can be beat though.
They can be
We've
beat.
seen it.
They can be
Okay.
beat.
How do you now, if you're Eric Spoelstra, how do you beat the Boston Celtics? How do you combat for them shooting a bunch of threes?
You
I
know,
don't necessarily think.
hold on.
Nah,
The
oh, go ahead. Go
Celtics.
ahead.
You know, the Celtics picking up the three ball is because, if I'm not mistaken, the Celtics couldn't break our zone at one point.
Right. Okay.
What's breaking the zone?
Them threes.
Them threes, nigga. Like, we can't play defense on them like we used to, bro. It's a lot of new shit we gotta learn, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the Celtics is a whole new team.
I just don't think that, because I get what you're saying. In order for us to really have a chance, our threes have to be falling to a certain degree. But I just don't feel like trying to match the Celtics on making threes in a game is going to really help you win. I think you got to try to be more physical. I feel like you got to try to win in different aspects of the game. Like the threes might not be falling for us, but are we winning on the boards? Okay?
Right.
Are we playing good defense? Are we being physical at the point of attack? I feel like those are the types of things that we got to focus on rather than just falling in love with trying to outgun these niggas on the three-pointer. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that it's them shooting threes is like it's gonna make them super unbeatable.
So boom. I feel like it does make them unbeatable.
I'm gonna say this. Based off the last performance that we had against Boston, okay? We didn't do good, okay? But if you look at, like I keep saying this, if you look at the box score, the main two guys that you would have been concerned about going into that game, Brown, and didn't do shit. Porzingis didn't play that game.
Because we know how to guard them. It's the new niggas. Pritchard going off now.
Pritchard's not a new nigga though,
bruh. But he's playing more. He's playing more. He's
bro,
playing
I don't
more.
want to hear that. No,
he's playing more.
I don't want to hear that, bro. Pritchard is not a new nigga,
bro.
There's no reason why Pritchard should have 25 points coming off the bench, bro. I'm sorry. Not against the Miami Heat, bro. Not against Miami, bro.
Bro, man, listen, bro. He took his little leap right quick on us, bro. He took a little leap right quick on us, bro.
Bro, if you limit Pritchard to like 10, 11 points, bro, that game looks different. We might not win that game, but it looks different, bro. You just can't have.
You know why we can't limit Pritchard to that? Because we can't guard guards.
Right.
and this nigga's already kind of small, sneaky, running past niggas and shit. This nigga sneaky as fuck. Niggas, he's just shooting threes. Like, that nigga, we can't guard guards, nigga. It don't matter if the nigga elite or a little nigga. If he could shoot a three, we're not guarding him. Like, we done for, bro. Like, that's what it's looking like, bro. Like, and we been exposed that.
Yeah.
We been exposed that. We already knew we can't guard guards, nigga. Hey, guess who else can't guard guards? The Lakers. Gonna let Tyler Herro go off like that, man.
We going back on the Lakers and shit now. Speaking of that, how did you feel about Gabe Vincent's return to Miami?
I ain't even noticed the nigga was there down there, bro. But I will say, like, I miss Buddy, bro. Like, he should have stayed in Miami, bro.
He don't even look right being on the Lakers,
bro. His life would have been so much different, more like it's so different, bro. Life would have been so different, bro. He would have never got injured, and even if he did get injured, it would have been off good playing time, like actual playing. Like, I don't even know when that nigga got hurt at the Lakers. He got hurt practicing or some shit.
I heard that there's rumors going around saying that the Miami Heat could get De'Aaron Fox. They're the second favorite to land him.
Yeah, Orlando Magic's is the favorite to land Fox, and then Miami's the second favorites.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it would be a perfect fit. It would be the missing piece we need at point guard, especially with him and Bam being Kentucky brothers type shit.
And then Tyler Herro's still there. Hopefully we keep, because I'm pretty sure we're going to keep Tyler if we
got to keep Tyler. We got to keep
Okay. Tyler. But with the Orlando Magic, though, I think the reason why they're saying that they're the favorites to land them is because I think they have a lot more assets than we do. And they have a lot of young players on that team. that they're willing to ship off now in order to get Paolo some help. But I honestly do believe that we do have a strong chance to land Fox, considering the fact that his agent is Rich Paul and he's familiar with Bam, right?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he would rather play in Miami with Eric Spoelstra and them guys than go to Orlando. And because Orlando, it's kind of a toss-up because you're basically essentially just relying on Paolo's health at that point if you're De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
And we've seen Rich Paul. Rich Paul does have a history of being able to get his players where they want to go. So I feel like it ultimately comes down to what De'Aaron Fox wants to do and wants to go, because he's done so much for that Kings organization that if they are willing to part ways with him, I don't think it's gonna be like another Damian Lillard situation where both sides are bitter about the situation. I think they're gonna want to do right by him and send him somewhere that he's gonna want to go. And he's being sent to the East, so I don't think it's really gonna affect the Kings in any shape or form. My only concern is, are they really willing to trade De'Aaron Fox? That's my only concern.
I believe they I don't know, because I also saw something about how DeMar DeRozan is not a championship like competitor or some shit like that.
Competitor? He's not a championship competitor?
He's not a championship piece.
Okay, then why did you pick him up? Wasn't that the whole purpose of trying to get him, because they wanted to upgrade the team? I just think that they're saying all of this now because the Kings aren't really living up to the potential. You know, De'Aaron Fox been on that team for so long, and I can't remember the last time they was in the playoffs, for real.
I mean, his numbers is good. 23, 26.
What's his numbers?
He averaging 22.7 points right now.
Yeah, that's not bad, but how does he fit in with the team, though?
Right.
You know, that's what it ultimately comes down to. How does he fit in with the squad?
He's shooting almost 50% from the field.
So it seems like he's doing his thing over there.
30% from the three, though.
That's always been the main concern with DeMar. He's never really been good at the three, but he's a mid-range demon.
Mid-range demon.
Yeah, he is, nigga. But so if we did end up getting De'Aaron Fox, right? What do you think a trade for him would look like?
That's what I was gonna ask you, because I'm thinking maybe Terry.
Terry would have to be in there for sure.
For sure.
Jovic probably, because Jovic is falling out of the rotation completely.
Yeah, so Jovic.
I could see Jovic getting traded. I don't know about Jaime, because Jaime is just starting to pick up steam again. But do you think that they trade Khalil Ware and a couple of first-round picks to get this deal done, or would you see them moving on from Jaime?
Damn, how much you got to give up to get De'Aaron Fox? I know he a hot commodity.
De'Aaron Fox is a max player, so you got to match the salary. You have to match the salary. He's a max.
We need
player.
A point guard bad. We need a point guard bad. Yo,
and I think that's what's up.
The Kings got the same record as Chicago Bulls.
That's ass, bro. For them, because they're in the West. They're in the West, bro. They can't have the same record as the Chicago Bulls and expect to be successful.
There you go. It said anonymous NBA executive says DeMar DeRozan's game doesn't translate to winning basketball. DeRozan is a highly skilled player who is great to have in a locker room and a guy who you want to give the ball to at the end of a game. But his play hasn't driven winning, and is something that unfortunately has been the case throughout his career, and it's part of why he's charged. I said charged. It's part of why he's changed teams a bunch.
Right. Yeah, because I can go back all the way back to the Toronto Raptors before they won the championship with Kawhi Leonard. But when they acquired Kawhi Leonard, they traded DeMar DeRozan. But
why they saying the anonymous NBA? They saying the anonymous NBA exec is Drake. Because that nigga mad at him.
I think Drake do still got beef with DeMar DeRozan though.
What was you saying though? My bad.
I said it's very, very telling because, and it makes a lot of sense because when the Toronto Raptors won the championship, in order to acquire Kawhi Leonard, they traded away DeMar DeRozan, but they kept Kyle Lowry.
Right.
And if you look at the numbers, and you're just looking at the numbers from surface level, as a fan, you would look at DeMar DeRozan and say, yeah, he's a better player than Kyle Lowry. But why did the Toronto Raptors keep Kyle Lowry over him? Because I'm pretty sure they could have traded Kyle Lowry away and kept DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi on the same team. But like the anonymous GM said, DeMar DeRozan's game has never translated to winning basketball, which you could probably maybe maybe you could also factor in that at the time that DeMar and the Raptors were on their high horse, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James to deal with. So that could be another thing too, because let's just be honest, bro. The powers that be was not gonna allow the Toronto Raptors to beat LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers and all that good shit. So give or take, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it just depends on the team because at the same time they're saying that DeMar DeRozan doesn't translate to winning basketball. You're not a winning organization. You know what I mean? You're not a winning organization. Like, what have you won? What have you done in the last 10 years? You know what I'm saying? As the Kings organization. So maybe he would look different if he was on a different team like Miami. You know what I mean? You just never know. But them niggas have never done shit.
Right.
So y'all it's like the perfect marriage if you ask me.
I feel like DeMar DeRozan is a great player. Like
great basketball.
He's not. I'm not gonna say act like he's ass. I can't say he can't contribute to winning if he's never really been in the situation. Because I mean, he had a chance, I guess, with the Raptors, like you said, but he got traded away.
Not even that with the Cavaliers being a juggernaut all them years, bro. He wasn't gonna be able to beat them. He wasn't gonna be able
and
to
then
beat them.
and if he got to go to Miami, maybe he would have had a chance.
Maybe, but I feel like him and Jimmy's game are way too similar.
Right.
In the sense that but DeMar DeRozan is just a lesser defender than Jimmy. But Jimmy and his game are way too similar, but Jimmy's a way better three-point shooter. Jimmy's a better three-point shooter than DeMar DeRozan, though. But I think their games are just too similar for them to mesh and coexist on the court.
Right.
But maybe a team like the Golden State Warriors maybe would have probably fit DeMar DeRozan, you know, because I'm looking at the Warriors now. They don't really shoot as many threes as they used to because their shooters aren't as good as they used to, you know, so maybe that could have been a good fit for him. I don't know, bro. I don't think that DeMar DeRozan is completely washed like they trying to say. Like he can't still contribute.
Me personally, I feel like if you could contribute 20 points per game damn near on a team.
Nigga, you're a good player, bro.
You're a good player. That's
like,
just...
not a lot of players can score 20 points. You know how hard it is to average 20 points in the NBA?
I'm not going to say it's hard because, you know, because you could at the same time you could score 20 points per game in a game all the time, and it's not gonna equate to winning, but he could score 20 points per game. He can give you 20. Who else gonna give you 20? And who else gonna give me 20 more? So we can make sure we win type shit. So it's giving that he's really not meshing with Fox and the rest of the guys or some shit. Because ain't Sabonis on that team too?
Sabonis is a problem, and
that's what I'm saying.
He's the second best player on that team.
So I would think Fox, Sabonis, and De'Aaron Fox. I mean not De'Aaron Fox. DeMar DeRozan would be able to do some shit.
But then again, if you look at their team, though, how do they stack up to the other players or the other teams around the league? DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox, and Sabonis.
Yeah, that don't sound like a big three, but
that doesn't sound like a winning team, really.
Who else? Like, I know they got Monk.
Monk's a good 6 man.
Who else on that team?
Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray's
Keegan
pretty
Murray,
good.
yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty
Pretty good.
good.
Pretty good.
I feel like who was on the team when they went on that little run and they thought they was about to do something? Nobody, right?
Harrison Barnes. Wasn't Harrison Barnes with them last year?
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes he's a winning player, I guess.
I don't fucking know, man. But hey, man. Hopefully, De'Aaron Fox can find his way to Miami somehow because we could
Bro,
use him.
imagine.
We could use
Imagine
him at point guard. Hopefully, it's not a situation where he comes and he forgets how to play basketball.
I don't think so. I think he would fit in perfectly with Bam and them.
I think I would hope so. So, I know they both went to Kentucky. They played together on the same team, or
they played together on the same team. And literally, bro, I believe if it wasn't for this one nigga making this fucking lucky ass late game shot towards the end of the game, they probably go back and win the championship that year. Okay. When I watched Bam and De'Aaron Fox play in Kentucky, it was poetry in motion. And it was poetry in motion back then, and Bam wasn't even fully developed yet. But you still had De'Aaron Fox dropping 39 points on Lonzo Ball's head,
right,
in a playoff game. So the brother can play, okay. And I think
De'Aaron Fox could play.
If De'Aaron Fox, if we get De'Aaron Fox, it would really benefit. The person that would benefit the most is Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler, you would be able to take the pressure of him having to score all the time off of his shoulders. He would be able to focus on other aspects of the game. And whenever De'Aaron Fox or anybody else is having an off night, that's when Jimmy can turn up.
Yeah, I think that's what Jimmy wants to do anyways. That's why he be fake foreshadowing it. He's like, this is what I want to do, guys.
And then when you need a timely basket,
he gets those.
In a clutch moment of situation, he can get that for you. But through a full duration of a game, I don't want Jimmy Butler to be the primary scorer for the Miami Heat, because if you look at his days in Philly, right, on that team, what they had Joel Embiid, they had a prime Ben Simmons, and they had Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler was never looked at as the best player on that team. He was still averaging like 22, 23 points a game. And if you think about it, right, if it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard making that lucky-ass three-point shot that year, they probably go to the conference. You know, they probably make it to the finals with Jimmy Butler that year. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched to think that if we do get a superstar, another caliber superstar like De'Aaron Fox, that Miami Heat could be a legitimate title contender, bro. But I don't think we're a legitimate title contender right now with the team that we have. But we definitely could be. And we was talking about getting Dame. Nigga, this is getting Dame on steroids. Nigga, you got De'Aaron Fox.
Facts. A young guy that you can build with, too.
You can build around De'Aaron Fox. He's still on his max deal.
Yeah, you could definitely keep him on the team and add him to the rebuild process that we have already lined up.
De'Aaron. Well, if you get De'Aaron Fox, you would no longer be in rebuild mode. And I think you would have to move off Khalil Ware to get De'Aaron Fox. Because I'm not really sure how invested Miami is in his development, really. Because we don't know.
Because somebody said something interesting in the comments on one of the shorts about Khalil Ware being moved to the G League. And he said, it's the NBA, man. You're either ready or you're not.
Or you're not.
And he's clearly not. And I always give credit to the development and the coaching staff, because I don't think they're stupid over there in Miami. I think they know what they're doing and what they're looking for. They drafted off potential, and they know what he can do, but he can't do it right now.
And I don't think, and like I said before the last video, I really still don't think that Khalil Ware was their first option on the board. Because when you're drafting, you have a big board. You essentially have like 10 to 20 players that you interviewed, that you worked out, that you're looking at, that you could potentially draft. And I just think that the Miami wasn't able to get the big that they really wanted, which was Zach Edey. So they went and got Khalil Ware, Not saying that that's a bad thing, but I don't know. I just think that it don't matter how young you are when you coming into the Miami Heat organization. If you got it,
you got it.
They see that you got it.
They let you play.
Nigga, You will play. It doesn't matter how old you are, nigga.
You
will
will play. And I've been telling you this. Every time niggas like, why ain't Khalil Ware player? Bruh, he's not ready, clearly. Like,
and I think that's me trying to be like, yo, what's up? Because I already had my doubts on the pick. When we first got him. And then you convinced me to be positive about it, so I'm positive about it.
We still got to be
now.
positive, bro, because it's got to work out, bro. It's got to work out.
Nigga, you drafted Jaime 27th overall. You drafted Larson in the second round.
Them niggas ready to play.
Niggas is playing. Like, what's up?
I still like to think, like, because as somebody that's tall enough, like, if I go to the courts right now to play basketball with normal heighted people, they would probably force me to play center. And I don't think people understand how difficult the center position could be. I think they think it's just easy. But if you're weak, it's hard. Like, and we talk about how Khalil Ware, when he has a small defender on him, he doesn't back him down.
Yeah, but if you look at Khalil Ware, I compare him to, like, Derek Lively. I don't know if you know Derek Lively Jr. on the Mavericks. He's like a skinny center for them or whatever. And although he doesn't be backing down small guards all the time and shit, he's a lob threat. Can Khalil Ware be a lob threat? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he can.
Khalil Ware
Bro, I'm telling you.
I don't see it, though. We don't see any of that.
Bro, I've seen it. Bro, anything. All of his baskets that he's made and the little minutes that he's got, he got 1 or 2 lobs in.
Okay.
Because the lobs be there. It's about the timing. Is he going to catch it right, or is the pass going to be thrown to him properly? Right. I think bro, I still got high hopes that he's gonna be able to get where he needs to be, bro. They're about to put him in the dark like they did Jovic for like 2 years, bro.
Well, here's another way to look at it too, though. Based off all these trade rumors that we're hearing right now, and we're slowly approaching February, my nigga. Could they be putting these niggas in the dark
to trade them?
Trade pieces.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes sense because ever since it came out that Terry Rozier's on the trade block, that came out.
He's forever gonna be a 6-man now.
They could.
He's not getting back in the rotation.
He's not getting back in the rotation. And then that game against the Lakers was up 41. Guess who played to the last second?
Terry Rozier.
So they like, nigga, go out there, bro. You gotta.
They're just literally just dangling him around to teams like, yo, here's Terry Rozier. Anybody want Terry Rozier?
He's healthy enough to keep playing. He's healthy enough to play. Boom.
Because if you peep, Jovic just randomly just fell out of the rotation. People were saying that he had an ankle injury or whatever the case. He wasn't popping up on the injury report. He just spoke out about falling out of the rotation not too long ago. And Jovic said that he believes that he's good enough to play in the rotation, and he still don't understand why he's falling out of the rotation as bad as he has. Because if you look at the counterpart to Jovic, it's Kevin Love. And at the beginning of the year, Jovic was the starter.
Right, yeah. He got his chance to start.
But slowly but surely. So I can't say Miami didn't try. And I can't say Miami didn't give him a chance.
They gave him a chance.
Slowly but surely, you saw his minutes start to diminish.
When Miami lets you start, if you do what you're supposed to do, nigga, you a starter.
You will keep going.
I'm not just going to take you out unless you got hurt.
The minutes started to diminish till he's completely out of the rotation now.